time. I don't need to be forbearing, but apologize for being the title as a guide. People are labeled as heroes.
Hello guys, back again with the Raccoon channel. Still talking about games. This month, many games will be released and some are really worth trying. Don't wait too long before we get to the main topic. Don't forget to click subscribe and turn on the notification bell, so always get updates about game information from us. Battle Stars. Fun 4v4. Shooting is an exciting multiplayer shooting game that takes place in a distant future where different factions are fighting for control of the galaxy. Players choose their faction and join a team of 4 to compete in thrilling 4v4 battles. The game's story begins with the discovery of a powerful resource known as Steranium, which has the potential to revolutionize technology and provide immense wealth to whoever controls it. Different factions across the galaxy start competing for this resource, leading to a state of constant war. As players progress through the game, they fight against other factions to control Steranium resources on different planets. Along the way, they encounter a wide range of enemies, including heavily armed soldiers, robots, and aliens. Players must use their skills and strategy to take down their opponents and complete their objectives. Cyberika Action Cyberpunk RPG is an action role-playing game set in a dystopian future where cybernetic enhancements have become commonplace and society is controlled by powerful corporations. The game's storyline follows the journey of a lone hero who rises up against the corrupt forces that rule the city. As players progress through the game, they explore different areas of the city, engage in combat with cyber-enhanced enemies, and complete quests to advance the storyline. The game's storyline takes players on a journey through a dark and gritty cyberpunk world, where they encounter a variety of characters and factions with their own agendas and motivations. The players must use their skills and abilities to navigate through the city's dangers, including hostile gangs, dangerous corporations, and deadly technology. They must also hack into computer systems and other devices to gain access to valuable information and resources. Defense Darby is a tower defense game that takes place in a world where giant monsters and robots have invaded the city and are wreaking havoc. The game's story follows a group of defenders who are the last line of defense against the invading monsters and robots. As players progress through the game, they must strategically place defensive towers and upgrade them to fend off waves of enemies that become progressively harder to defeat. The game's storyline takes players on a journey through different cities and locations as they work to protect their territories from the invading forces. As players defend their cities, they uncover secrets about the origins of the invading monsters and robots. They discover that the invaders were created by a mad scientist.
Water clears the mind! Soldiers, give me strength! I'll take care of it!
Fake Future is a story-based adventure game set in a dystopian future where the government controls every aspect of citizens' lives through advanced technology. The game follows the journey of a rebellious teenager named Alex, who discovers a conspiracy to manipulate the masses using a new mind-control device. The game starts with Alex living in a world where every decision he makes is monitored by the government's AI system. He has always been a troublemaker, but his rebellious attitude reaches new levels when he discovers a secret resistance group trying to overthrow the government. Alex joins the group and starts helping them on a mission to uncover the truth about the evil plans of the government. As Alex digs deeper into the conspiracy, he uncovers the existence of a powerful mind control device that the government plans to use to manipulate the minds and actions of citizens. The Resistance task Alex with infiltrating a high-security government facility to steal the device and bring it back to the Resistance.
I feel like forgiving myself while giving the light to every promise made at another time. I don't need to be forbearing, but apologize for being the title.
Honkai. Star Rail is a fast-paced action-adventure game set in a science fiction world where humanity is under constant threat from the Honkai, a mysterious force that corrupts and destroys everything in its path. Players assume the role of a skilled warrior tasked with defending humanity from the Honkai and its monstrous creatures. The story of the game follows a team of warriors, led by the protagonist, as they embark on a dangerous mission to prevent Honkai from destroying the massive interstellar rail system known as Star Rail. The Star Rail is humanity's lifeline, providing transportation and resources across the galaxy. As the team travels through various planets and space stations, they meet a variety of characters, both allies and enemies. The team must fight their way through hordes of Honkai creatures, powerful bosses, and enemy factions, while trying to uncover the truth behind the Honkai attack on Star Rail. Leias Horizon is an indie adventure game that follows the story of Laya, a young woman on a quest to explore the mystical world of Horizon and uncover the secrets of her past. As the game begins, Laya finds herself stranded on a strange island, where she meets a variety of unique and intriguing characters. Together, they embark on a journey to explore the vast and mysterious world of Horizon, encountering new environments, creatures, and challenges along the way. The game's narrative is driven by dialogue and exploration, with players uncovering new areas and interacting with the environment to progress through the game's story. Along the way, Laya must solve puzzles, gather resources, and build relationships with the people she meets, all while discovering the truth about her own identity and the world of Horizon.
I feel like forgiving myself while giving the light to every promise made at another time. I don't need to be forbearing, but apologize for being the title.
Omega Strikers is an action-packed, arcade-style shooter game that takes place in a dystopian future where humanity is under constant threat from an evil organization known as the Omega Syndicate. Players take on the role of a team of skilled operatives known as the Omega Strikers, tasked with taking down the Omega Syndicate and saving humanity. The game's story begins with the Omega Syndicate launching a massive assault on major cities around the world, unleashing powerful weapons and advanced technology to subjugate humanity. The Omega Strikers are called upon to fight back and put a stop to the Omega Syndicate's nefarious plans. As the Omega Strikers travel around the world, they encounter a variety of enemies and obstacles, including heavily armed soldiers, deadly robots, and dangerous environmental hazards. The Omega Strikers must use all their skills and abilities to overcome these challenges and bring down the Omega Syndicate's forces. PlayPark StreetBallers is a sports simulation game that immerses players in the fast-paced and high-flying world of street basketball. The game's story follows a group of young and talented streetballers as they work their way up the ranks of the street basketball scene. From playing pickup games on the local courts to competing in high-stakes tournaments in some of the biggest cities around the world. As players progress through the game, they must build their team's skills, recruit new players, and develop their own unique playstyle to defeat increasingly tough opponents. Along the way, players will encounter a diverse cast of characters, including rival teams, coaches, and scouts, who will provide opportunities to advance to the next level of competition. The game's storyline takes players on a journey across various locations, from gritty urban street courts to glamorous international arenas. The stakes get higher with each tournament, and players must adapt their playstyle to the unique challenges presented by each new opponent. Settlement Survival is a simulation game where players take on the role of the leader of a small group of survivors who must build a new settlement after a catastrophic event. The storyline of the game follows the survivors as they face various challenges and obstacles on their way to rebuild and thrive in their new home. As players progress through the game, they must manage their resources, assign tasks to survivors, and make important decisions that affect the growth and survival of the settlement. The storyline of the game takes players on a journey through different seasons and weather conditions, as they face challenges such as natural disasters, disease, and attacks by bandits. Players must work to construct buildings, grow crops, and gather resources to ensure the survival and growth of their settlement. They must also regulate the morale of their community, ensuring that their needs are met and their spirits are kept high. Valiant Force 2 is a tactical, role-playing game that takes place in a fantasy world called Erithos. The game follows the story of a group of heroes who band together to fight against the forces of darkness that threaten their world. The story of the game begins with the heroes discovering that the Lord of Darkness, Kale, has returned and is gathering an army of dark creatures to conquer Erithos. The heroes are tasked with stopping Kale and his army before they can launch a full-scale invasion. As the heroes travel through the various regions of Erithos, they encounter a variety of characters, including allies who join their cause and enemies who seek to hinder their progress. The heroes must fight their way through Kale's minions and powerful bosses while trying to uncover the truth behind Kale's return.
エリンよ、お会いできて光栄だわ。やっはっ
So those are the top 10 new release the month trending 2023 Android and iOS list that we recommend in this video. Thank you for watching this video. I hope our recommendations can be useful and see you in the next video.
I feel like forgiving myself, forgiving the light to every promise made at another time. I don't need to be forbearing, but apologize for bearing the title.